What's up, everybody? Kyle here at Let's Talk Wax. The 2024 Top Series 1 checklist is live with the release date set for February 14th. This checklist has a large pool of talent in the rookie class, and in this video, I'll be breaking down the top 25 rookies to chase in this release. I sorted these players by WAR for this video, but I'll be listing my personal favorites at the end as well. Before we get started, there are a few players on this checklist who only have insert or insert autograph rookie cards. The names of those players will be in red, and all other players in black will mean they're on the base rookie checklist. Also, stats in red text are good, stats in blue text are bad, and stats in bold are the best and worst on this list. We'll kick this video off with Tyler Soderstrom, a catcher and first baseman for the Oakland Athletics. He's got some of the biggest raw power of any player on this checklist. Soderstrom held a career .252 ISO in the minors, where he hit 29 home runs in 2023 and blasted 21 in AAA prior to his call-up. Unfortunately, he struggled quite a bit across his 138 plate appearance sample size in the MLB. Henry Davis was the first overall pick in the 2021 MLB draft and had a great career in the minors, holding a career .286 batting average with a .246 ISO and a 20% K rate. While he was drafted as a catcher, he played over 90% of his innings for the Pirates in right field. He had one of the larger MLB sample sizes at 255 plate appearances, but didn't see much success at the MLB level this year. Next on our list is Cardinals shortstop Masyn Winn. He was a second-round draft pick out of the 2020 class and made his professional debut in 2021, where his numbers were decent. His numbers improved tremendously in 2022 and 2023, where he held a .280+ batting average between high A, Double A, and Triple A. Winn is very athletic and has some great arm strength at shortstop. His offensive profile is more hit speed, as he doesn't possess big raw power. While his production numbers weren't great in his rookie season, he held a sub-20 K percentage and a sub-10 swinging strike percentage across 137 plate appearances. Colton Cowser was the 5th overall pick in the 2021 draft out of Sam Houston State. His production numbers have been great throughout his minor league career, where he currently holds a .298 batting average and a .191 ISO. In 2023, he only had 77 MLB plate appearances, where he didn't produce much offense for the Orioles. He was optioned back down to AAA in September, where he would most likely start the 2024 season. While he held the biggest walk percentage of any player on this checklist, he's also struggled a bit with elevated K rates throughout his career. Luis Matos was signed by the Giants in 2019 out of Venezuela. He did a lot of offensive damage in 2019 and 2021, but his production came to a near standstill in 2022. His once high stock as a prospect tanked in high A in the Arizona Fall League that same year. He rebounded well in 2023, earning a late season promotion where he hit .250 across 252 plate appearance sample size. Although Matos didn't hit for much power, he held the second lowest K percentage among all rookies on this list, which could help him maximize his raw power in game. Now, if you guys enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, be sure to check out my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. I have an autograph checklist breakdown from all Bowman releases from 2019 to 2023, team break guides for all Bowman releases 2020 to 2023, a top 100 Bowman Chrome autos list, a top 100 Bowman Chrome autos under $50 list, Juggernaut rankings for all 2023 minor league hitters, first Chrome and first autograph database so you can find where your favorite player's set checklist is, private Let's Talk Wax Discord server, and early access to all of my video information. If you guys want to help support the channel, check out my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. Pete Crow Armstrong had a rough debut in a small sample size that led to really bad MLB numbers in 2023. Even though he was the worst on this list in ISO, swinging strike percentage, and WRC+, he's still one of my favorites going into 2024. Armstrong has a smooth lefty stroke, plays elite defense in center field, and holds a career 300+ batting average and 200+ ISO in the minors, something not many prospects achieve. Jordan Lawler was the 6th overall pick in the 2021 MLB draft. He held a career 291 batting average and 212 ISO in the minor leagues with above average speed on the base paths. Much like Pete Crow Armstrong, Lawler was a late season call-up and didn't see consistent or significant playing time in his debut. Current Diamondbacks shortstop Geraldo Perdomo had a solid 2024, finishing the season with a 2.7 WAR, which could push Lawler to third base early in his career. Leading off rookies with a positive WAR in 2023 is Ceddanne Rafaela. One of the most athletic players on this rookie checklist, Rafaela has significant upside in center field defensively, and he's also had shortstop preps as well. His offensive game lags a bit behind his defense. He's very aggressive at the plate, holding a near 5% career MLB walk rate. Rafaela has above average in-game power and speed with a solid hit tool. He could end up playing a very large role for the club in 2024. Heston Kjerstad was the second overall pick in the 2020 MLB draft. The 2020 COVID shutdown and personal health issues delayed his professional debut until 2022, but he's been a big source of offense since. He currently holds a career .305 batting average, a .199 ISO, and a sub-20 K percentage in the minors. In his 33 plate appearances in his MLB debut, he hit 2 home runs and finished the 2023 season with a 92.3 average exit velocity for the Orioles. The Baltimore farm system is absolutely stacked, and Kjerstad, who will enter the 2024 season at age 25, will have to produce to maintain an everyday job. Junior Caminero is probably one of the highest ceiling bats in the 2024 rookie class. He played his first MLB game at age 20, making him the second youngest player on this list behind Jason Dominguez. His minor league career numbers are immaculate, as he currently holds a career .316 batting average, a .239 ISO with a 17.9% K rate. In his small sample size of 36 plate appearances, the youngster also recorded one of the highest max exit velocities on this list at 112 miles per hour. Caminero possesses the skills to grow into an impact MLB bat. He'll enter the 2024 season as part of the Rays' 40-man roster, and several doors could open with Wander Franco's future in jeopardy. Nolan Schanuel was the 11th overall pick in the 2023 draft and made his professional debut after playing only 22 minor league games. Schanuel has a plus hit tool from the left side of the plate and held a list-topping .365 batting average in the minors this season. His K numbers are immaculate in the minors as well, and post-call-up, where his rookie season held a 14.4% K rate, a 15.3% walk rate, and a 6.2 swinging strike percentage. While Schanuel is one of the best contact hitters on this checklist, he doesn't have much pop. You'll notice all of his power numbers, ISO, average exit velo, max exit velo, and hard hit percentage are all in blue. Marco Luciano has been a top 25 minor league prospect since 2021. He began the 2023 season on the injured list due to a stress fracture in his lower back that occurred in the Dominican Winter League. Once healthy, he spent the majority of the season in AA and AAA, where he posted some of the worst offensive numbers of his career. Surprisingly, he still received the late season call-up to the majors. Luciano makes hard contact, having held a career .220 ISO in the minors. He posted the highest average exit velocity on this list at 93 miles per hour, with 111.8 max exit velocity and a 54.5 hard hit percentage to boot. The problem with Luciano is the swing and miss, which has been an issue for him since entering AA. Curtis Mead has been one of the most consistent and well-rounded bats in the minor leagues since being signed by the Phillies in 2018. In one of the worst trades in recent Phillies history, they sent Mead to the Tampa Bay Rays for Christopher Sanchez in 2019. Mead's career minor league numbers are incredible, with a .302 batting average, a .212 ISO, and a 16.2% K rate. While his numbers weren't great in a 92 plate appearance sample size in the majors, Mead's bat has prevailed at every level in the minor leagues. He doesn't have a ton of defensive upside, but his bat should keep him in the Rays lineup in 2024. Ronnie Mauricio had a blowout year in AAA this past year, where he hit .292 with 23 home runs and 24 stolen bases. He was solid in his small MLB sample size in 2023. He hit .248 and posted the second highest max exit velo on this list at 117.3 miles per hour. Mauricio was lined up to compete for a starting job with the Mets in 2024, but he tore his ACL in the Dominican Winter League and could miss the entire 2024 season. Jason Dominguez is the youngest player on this list and made his professional debut on September 1st, 2023 at age 20. Dominguez got off to a scorching hot start post-call-up, smashing 4 home runs in just 33 MLB plate appearances. While his sample size was one of the smallest on the list, he finished first among others on this list in ISO, K percentage, and hard hit percentage. The Martian's amazing debut ended abruptly in mid-September when he tore his UCL, which required season-ending surgery. Dominguez is expected to return to action sometime around the All-Star break in 2024. Christian Encarnacion Strand leads off the top 10 highest WAR rookies on this checklist. The Reds' first baseman was one of the most destructive bats over the last 2 years in all of minor league baseball. He finished his minor league career hitting .322 with an incredible .282 ISO, good for first place on this list, and finishing 30 points higher than Elly De La Cruz, who was in second place in the same statistic. Strand has some big juice, and he showed it off hitting 13 home runs in 241 plate appearances, finishing his rookie season with a 207 ISO. Strand doesn't have a ton of defensive upside. He played the majority of his games at first base in 2023, but the bat was big enough to profile at that position or pretty much anywhere else on the field. Andy Rodriguez had one of the best offensive seasons of his career in 2022, and it didn't take long before he got the call to the majors in 2023. Rodriguez held a career .296 batting average, .213 ISO, and 17.4% K rate in the minor leagues. He was good for 25 home runs in his 2022 season, but only managed to hit 9 between AAA and the major leagues in 2023. His 204 plate appearance rookie season wasn't electric, but he held solid K numbers and a solid sub-10 swinging strike percentage. Unfortunately for the Pirates, he also tore his UCL in the Dominican Winter League this offseason and will miss the entire 2024 season after having surgery. I've had my eye on Jordan Westburg for a few years. He came out of the gate hot in AAA, hitting 18 home runs in 300 AAA plate appearances, 100 less plate appearances than it took to hit 18 home runs in AAA last year, and earned a promotion to the MLB club. In a 228 plate appearance sample size, he hit .260 with a 90-plus average exit velo, a 111.4 max exit velo, and a 44.5% hard hit rate. Westburg will start the 2024 season at age 25, making him one of the oldest players on this list. Much like Jason Dominguez, Evan Carter didn't waste much time post-call-up. In 75 plate appearances with the Rangers in 2023, he hit .306, the highest batting average on this list, with 5 home runs, pumping his ISO up to a stunning .339. Carter spent the majority of his 3-year minor league career in center field while hitting .285 with a 174 ISO. While his K percentage reached an all-time high at the MLB level, he did post a 16% walk rate and only had a 10% swinging strike rate with the Rangers. The young Texas outfielder has a plus contact bat, but it's always been a bit more hit over power. Keep in mind that his pro debut was buffed by a bit of a hot streak. I'd be very shocked if Carter hit 40-plus home runs in 2024, which was his 2023 pace at 650 plate appearances, and all Fangraph projections put him around 17. Next on our list, finishing the 2023 season with a 1.4 WAR, is free-swinging Philly center fielder Johan Rojas. The 23-year-old Rojas has been one of my favorite sleepers for years. He's got elite in-game speed, and it's a big factor on both offense and defense. In his rookie season with the Phillies, he hit .302 with 14 stolen bases. Rojas didn't show off any power at the MLB level, which is characteristic of his 139 career minor league ISO. His defensive value in center field drives the car, and his ability to make a lot of quality contact makes him much more valuable at the position. Before we get into our top 5 WAR rookies on this checklist, here's a quick look at our honorable mentions and some of the top pitchers on this list as well. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail here as this video is already long enough. If you guys want to grab a quick screenshot and take a look at these players after the video, now is a great time to do so. Milwaukee outfielder Sal Frelick exceeded rookie limits in 2023, hitting .246 and splitting time between right field and center field. Much like Rojas, Frelick doesn't have much in-game thump. He's an advanced contact hitter, posting some of the best MLB K numbers on this list. His lefty swing only led to a strikeout in 16% of his plate appearances, and he walked in 12% with a top swinging strike percentage of only 5.6. He's a career 300-plus minor league hitter and will be battling for an outfield spot with the Brewers in 2024. Elly De La Cruz was hands down the most exciting player on this rookie checklist in 2024 and will ultimately be the top chase in this release. He's a complete tool shed with an astronomical speed power ceiling and possesses the arm and athleticism to stick long-term at shortstop. The 22-year-old Reds phenom had the most stolen bases on this list at 35, along with the highest max exit velo of 119.2. Just 2 miles per hour below Ronald Acuna Jr.'s 2023 max exit velocity. While you will notice most of Elly's numbers are in red, he's struggled with the strikeout since being signed in 2019. He holds a 28.9 career minor league K percentage and whiffed at a 33.7% rate in his rookie season in 2023. If you dig around a lot of my content from 2021, I talked quite a bit about Jared Triolo as a sleeper prospect. Granted, he was 22 and still playing in high A at the time, but he had an incredible year. Triolo continued to hit for average and show off some fringy speed until his call-up this year. At age 25, the Pirates utilized him as somewhat of a utility infielder while he hit just under 300 and 209 plate appearances. He doesn't have much in-game power, but he could prove to be a viable utility infielder for the Pirates, especially with Hayes struggling to stay healthy most years. I don't think anyone predicted Davis Schneider to put up a 2.0 WAR this season in 2023 prior to the start. The 24-year-old Schneider played the majority of his innings with the Blue Jays at second base, but also filled some holes at third base and left field along the way. Defense, although, was the last thing on anyone's mind at the time. In his 141 MLB plate appearances with the Jays, he held a .276 batting average while belting 8 home runs, bringing his final ISO to a whopping .328. Even though he held a 30% K rate, his production was solid and led to the second highest WRC plus on this list at 176. Zach Geloff was the 60th overall pick in the 2021 draft out of the University of Virginia. He had a stellar minor league career, finishing with a .292 batting average and a .211 ISO, a very nice blend of hit and power. The ace second baseman entered the 2023 season at AAA and after performing very well received the midseason call-up and never looked back. He finished the year hitting .267 with 14 homers and 14 stolen bases, bringing his final season WAR to a list-leading 2.9. Geloff's bat is a bit prone to the swing and miss, holding a 16% swinging strike rate and a 27.3% K rate, but it's yet to really impact his production at the MLB or minor league level. And as promised, here's a quick look at some of my favorites from this list: Ceddanne Rafaela, Christian Strand, Curtis Mead, Elly De La Cruz, Evan Carter, Jason Dominguez, Junior Caminero, PCA, Sal Frelick, and Zach Geloff. And be sure to let me know in the comments who you guys will be chasing on this rookie class. That's going to wrap up this video. If you guys want to help support the channel, again, be sure to check out my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. And I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my level 3 sponsors. You guys rock. I hope everybody enjoys this video. If you do, don't forget to subscribe and be sure to let me know in the comments who you'll be chasing on this release.